G'day, welcome back to the channel. Now, I'm going to test the South Waikato District Council today. One thing that you notice about bullies is that when you call their bluff, they back down. They always back down because they have no substance behind their threats. Now, I have a letter here from the South Waikato District Council. It was sent on the 24th of October because they told me I could not fly at the airfield without all these extra hoops and things to jump through, things that made it totally impractical. Effectively a ban on flying at the airfield. Not an actual ban, but effectively a ban because of the ridiculous overheads involved. So I went back to the council and said, look, okay, I'll fly in the parks. This lovely park, I'll fly in this lovely park. And I'm allowed to fly in the parks. It says so in your own drone policy that some of the parks are set aside for people to fly their drones in. So that's what I will do. I would rather fly at the airfield where I believe it's safer, but I believe I can conduct a safe operation at the park. And here's the response I got from Karen on the 24th of October. She said, please note that you will be required to have a pilot's licence, or a person who has a wings badge through the Model Flying New Zealand will be directly supervised by a person who has their wings to fly at any of the council permit-free locations which are within 4 kilometres of the Tokoroa airfield. Me, you, nobody else. If you look at the drone policy, it says that anyone can fly in these parks. There's nothing that says you have to have a wings badge or be supervised, because as you can see, there are trees all around. This is what we call a shielded operation. Now, I questioned this. I went back to Karen and said, what about a shielded operation? I'm allowed to fly shielded operations. She would not acknowledge that. So, as it stands, the council has told me I may not fly in this park. I am forbidden to fly in this park unless I have someone here with wings supervising me, or I have a real pilot's licence. Honestly, that is bullying, because that requirement has no basis in CAA regulation or in the council's own policy. They're bullying me, expecting that I will just do what they say, and that's not how it works. Remember when I was at the council chambers and I was filming in the council chambers, and the chief executive officer and the mayor told me I was not allowed? Another example of their bullying. The law of the land gives me full rights to film anything in a public place, and a public meeting in a council chambers is considered a public place. I had full legal right to film that, but they tried to stop me by making up crap and saying, you're not allowed. No, I'm sorry, I am allowed. And right here now they're saying, you're not allowed to fly in this park unless you've got a pilot's licence or someone standing beside you who has wings. And I'm saying, no, you're bullying me again. And here's the challenge. If what the council has put this in writing, and I'll put it up on the screen, if they are not bullying me, if this isn't just an empty threat, a bullying tactic, then by all means, prosecute me. Because I'm confessing, I'm going to fly a drone in this park. It's within 4 kilometres of the airfield. It's within 4 kilometres of the helipad at the hospital. I'm going to do it. So if you think you have grounds to prosecute me, if you are not a bully just rattling empty rhetoric to try and piss me off and make my life a misery, then go ahead and do it. If you do not take action over this, then the world will see you are just bullying me. And it will be very good evidence in court. So you now have to decide, are you going to take court action against me for doing what I'm lawfully entitled to do, even under your own policies, but which you have warned me not to do? And if you do that, then I will win in court. I will rip you to shreds on that case. Or will you back down, as bullies always do? Bullies always, you draw a line in the sand, or a bully draws a line in the sand and says, cross that. And if you cross it, they'll draw another line. And they'll keep walking backwards. I believe the council will walk backwards on this one, which will be total proof of their bullying. They will not try to prosecute me for this, because they know that their threats were empty. No basis, no substance, in fact. That's what bullying is, making empty threats to try and bully somebody into doing something that they don't have to do, or stopping them from doing something they are legally allowed to do. So let's put them to the test. I'm going to fly my drone. Here it is, small drone, my radio control transmitter. Let's fly it. Let's just see what they do. Let's go. Now we're flying. Flying around the park. Nothing special in this flying, this is just normal flying, but I'm doing it. Council says I can't, I am doing it, because we need to show their bullying for what it is. Just bullying, that's what it is. CAA have no problem with this. Why should they? What a lovely evening. Look at this. What's unsafe about this? What could possibly be wrong with this? But hey, what would I know? So council, here we are. Look, here is your evidence. I'm flying a drone in your damn park, despite the fact you said I was not allowed to. I was forbidden because I do not have a pilot's license. I do not have someone supervising me with wings. Come on, put your money where your mouth is. If you're bullying, you'll do nothing. If you're not bullying, I expect to get an infringement notice or a court action or something to say, we're sticking to our word, we're not bullying, we meant what we said. But you didn't mean it. You didn't mean it because you're full of shite. And now's the time to put you to the test. Come on, let's see it happen. Let's see it happen. Here we go. That was it. Done it. Flown in the park. Bring it on, council. Bring it on. Or admit you're nothing more than a bully. Again, it's unacceptable. Okay, guys. As I said, I'm all in favour of peaceful, practical resolutions to problems. So I have emailed all the councillors, pointed them at the video I posted, showing the level of international support for taking legal action against them if it's necessary. If they just act like arses and don't put the interests of the community and the local ratepayers ahead of their own egos, then we can get this thing sorted. So, and I invited them to come out to the airfield tomorrow morning. I'll be at the airfield tomorrow morning. The rules say I'm allowed to fly. They may have unpublished rules which say I don't, but they're unpublished. And the reality is that no court in the land will uphold rules or regulations or policies that have not been published or promulgated. People cannot be expected to know these things by psychic ability. They must be promulgated, and these rules have not been, so they are not in effect. But I will be at the airfield tomorrow morning. I've invited them to come out and see for themselves. If they really care about what's going on here, they will front up. They'll take a look. They'll discuss things. They'll ask questions. I'm not hopeful though. Past experience with this council has shown that they just double down, as we've seen so far in this thing. They refuse to budge 1 inch. So hopefully this blatant breaching of their diktat that I not fly in this park without a pilot's license or without supervision by someone with wings, I hope that blatant diktat being broken in the way I have in the full confession will prove for once and for all, if we didn't need the proof, that they are indeed just big bullies. And when you stand up to them, they back down. Because there is no substance to their threats. Let's see what happens. Now, I do appreciate always ongoing support. Now, we're doing some more videos on this, but I'm going out tomorrow. Hopefully there'll be a few people there, do some flying, catch some video. As I say, bullies only win if you give in to them. And if you don't give in to a bully, they're powerless. They've drawn a line in the sand, they've just crossed it. Let's see what happens. Picked the wrong goddamn rec room, didn't they? To quote one of my favourite movies. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye for now.
Overregulation is like a tumor. It's killing our hobby. It must be terminated. Now!